The Romney campaign and the candidate himself have not been anxious to embrace specifics and talk in detail. He did in the primaries when there was a combat both on immigration and on taxes and Medicare and other things to embrace specifics as a way of sorting yourself out from your opponents. But in the general election, he's been reluctant to do that. So I guess there are two questions. One, is he banking basically on, I'm the anti-Obama, that's it, I don't have to be specific, or could you make a case that basically any specificity he offers now gets lost in the summer? He can do it after the convention. Stop asking him to be so specific all the time.
Yeah, I've been struck by, throughout the primary process too, just how few major policy addresses there have been. Santorum didn't give many. Gingrich gave a few, but not too many. Romney laid out his 59-point economic plan, but beyond that, there was not much of a foreign policy address or these sort of major things that, at least I remember, being significant parts of the 2008 primary on both sides. And then again, Romney's campaign may have decided they don't have to. They don't have to lay out those specifics. Every poll you see says that the Republican base is much more energized to vote against President Obama than they are to vote for Mitt Romney. Conversely, the Democratic base is much more energized to vote in favor of the president rather than against Romney.
What do you think, Roger?
I think that's correct. But I also think the old political saying that you can't beat somebody with nobody is also true. You can't beat an incumbent president merely with a list of statistics. The economy, unemployment is 8.1 and it used to be 7.6 and it might rise to 8.3 and all the rest. Economics is not called the dismal science for nothing. You've got to have I'm not suggesting you have to have a fun and games guy, but you have to have an appealing person that you can identify with. You could look at Mitt Romney and say, look, I don't know all the details of his 59 economic ones, but I trust this guy. And I trust this guy because this guy understands me. He understands my problems. He understands what it's like to be a middle-class American. And he has plans to help middle-class America, not just the wealthy. That, I think, is Romney's barrier.